Hi. Okay, so as you may know, it's almost Valentine's Day. So in the Valentine's Day spirit, I wanted to show you guys how I make my roses out of polymer clay. And I also did a rose theme hairstyle today. Let me show you guys. Can you see? Like French braided coolness. And I put a rose right there on the... Do you guys like it? Well, it's very curly and I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like a rose. So if you guys want to see how I did it, then just keep watching. Hope you guys like it. Thank you. Oh, and I also have a proposition for you guys. If you guys like how I did this rose and you guys want to make a video response showing me how you do your rose, the rose that I pick, it'll just be like a randomly selected one, will win the rose that I made today. So hope you guys enter. Okay, so what I really love about roses is that they're really simple and you don't need that much clay to make them. So what I have here is just the lavender ball of clay. Not a whole lot of it, but maybe the circumference of a nickel, but like in a ball. And then a lot less of any color you want, basically. So any color. So the bigger ball is going to be the color of the rose, and then whatever color you want the leaves to be is going to be the other color that you choose. This is probably a little bit bigger than a pea size, and we probably won't even use this much of it, but we might. So next thing I have is this little set. It comes with a little sharp razor for cutting the clay. This it's kind of dirty. I don't know what it is, but it's good for detailing. There's this one. It's metal. There's this one, which is really good for detailing too. We're going to be using this one mainly. And then this one I use a lot when I make roses. It's just like a needle point. It's kind of bent because I've used it a lot. But I use this one to hold the flower on there for me while I'm working on the other petals. So we're going to take the lid off of that one and we're just going to leave it on there like that. So what I like to do first is, if you have like a razor, or you can just split this with your fingers, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to have a razor. I know some of you might not want to be working with razors because they're kind of dangerous, but so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to split this circle, the green one, into two. Doesn't have to be exact. Oops, I just cut the purple one. I didn't mean to do that, but it's okay. So cut that one into two. So now we have two little half dome things. Okay, now we're going to cut this one into a couple different, I think we're going to do, because there's usually a lot of petals on roses, but we always end up with extra, so it depends on how much extra I have of clay that I make extra petals. Okay, so now that they're all in individual balls, I'm going to take the two, what it seems like two largest balls of clay, and I'm going to split those ones in half. So cut this one in half, and then cut this one in half. These are going to be the inner petals of the roses. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 petals, which is a really good amount. So this one looks like the smallest ball that I have. So what I'm going to do is we see our handy dandy needle thing. You're gonna flatten the rose petal. And it definitely does not have to be perfect, because roses, even though they're gorgeous, they're definitely like each individual, all different, you know, so. And since this is the inner petal, we just kind of want it to be roughly about that shape. Now what I like to do is bend it outward. So it's looking like it's kind of bowing out like that. Then I take it on my finger and I roll it like this. So when you look at it, it's going to look like that. So then I take my finger and I press it out like that. So it's going to have its own little petally look. And then it's going to look like this. It's going to be long. It's going to go like that. So then I'm going to take this needle and I'm going to put it on the bottom like that. See how it just holds it? So then I can set it down and start working on another petal. So then I'm going to take the next smallest petal, because remember they weren't exact measurements, so I'm going to do the same thing, roughly the same shape. Just press it with your fingers. Try to make the edge that's going to be the top of the petal a little bit thinner so that you can mold it to make it look like a really delicate petal. So roughly that shape, right? Start bending the corners out. And you can do something like that too, make it look really, really like a rose. Make a kind of like an arrow. So then after that, you're gonna, the halfway point of this one is gonna cover this crease. So halfway point covers the crease, and then you just bend it around and then you wrap it, and then there's gonna make another crease right here. So, but then it looks like this, and you can start putting a little bit of pressure and then rolling it down here, because we're going to end up eventually cutting off this part down here. So it now looks like this, and you can re-go back and kind of fold the petal how you want it. So I made a little mark right there. I'm going to put it back down while I pinch another. So again, just repeat again the shape. It's kind of like a messed up oval.